Hey there YouTubers, JB Coins here with another video. This one on the Buffalo nickel series. Now the Buffalo series started in 1913 and ran through 1938, and it has been for over 100 years a very popular coin among collectors. It's one of the most popular coins that folks have collected in the last 100 years and probably will continue to be. But it also, and maybe this contributes to it, it's one of the series that has just a ton of things to look for. Lots of double dies, not lots of RBMs, just lots and lots of things to look into. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick here is give you a snapshot on this video of some key points. 1913 alone, the very first year of mintage, they were producing the proofs with a matte finish. They did that through 1916. Then in 1916 they changed to a mirror proof finish and ran from 1916 to 38 with the mirror proof. That only affects the proofs. The key dates are 1913S Variety 2, 1924S, 1926S, and 1931S, and that's based on mintage. There's a couple different lists out there with different key dates, and as we get into more detail, you'll see mintage-wise, error-wise, there's different opinions on what are the key dates and what are the most valuable. But 1913 was just a bizarre year when it came out because it was a beautiful design. The buffalo came out and he was standing on a mound of soil, like he was standing on top of a hill, and on the hill, the side of the hill, they had the date imprinted right into the side of the hill. Halfway through the year, they started getting complaints that the dates were already starting to wear off because of it being raised up so high. So mid-year, they changed it, and they split the mound, put a straight line across the bottom of the mound, and put the 5 cents below, and the mint mark below that straight line. And we'll show you examples of those later. So 1913 has a type 1, the Philadelphia has a type 1 with the 5 cents on the raised ground, and then it has a type 2 with the 5 cents under the straight line. The type 1 1913 also has a 3.5-legged buffalo. The 1913 type 2 has a double die on the front, on the obverse, which is the date. And it also has the double die reverse on 5 cents and E pluribus unum below that line that they added. 1913D all the way to 1930S. CHERRYPICKERS guide has 3 pages just on an error that's called the 2 feathers variety. So we're going to refer you to the book on that one because that one there's so much information just on that we just can't possibly cover that in a video, and they don't have any photos. So to try and source that would be really tough to give you guys a visual on. So we're going to cover a couple of quick ones on here, just again to give you an introduction to this because so much was going on with these nickels, and that first year was so tumultuous in the changes and the type 1, type 2 we want to devote more time to these because we really love the Buffalo nickels. Apparently a lot of people love the Buffalo nickels. We will have a list up on the website in the next day or two. We want to make sure that everything that we can get our hands on is on there. The other ones I want to touch on in this video real quick is 1916. It was a severe double die date. And most of the features. Stax Bauer's auction sold one 10 years ago in MS64 state for $316,250. Can you imagine 10 years later what that thing could be worth? The 1918D, it's an 8/7 on the date. That one sold by Stack's Bowers in also 10 years ago in MS65 for $350,750. So it's an 8 over a 7 in the 1918. Then the 1935D has a repunch mint mark on the back, and it has at least 4 strikes. So you have basically a DDDD or more. 36D, they almost got there. They have a triple D. 37D, they have a triple D with an S on it. And then the 38D, which is this coin right here on the table, is the last year of mintage. It's considered the last error, but it's also considered one of them. This is not an error, unfortunately. But the 38D on the back, here's the straight line we talked about. Here's the mint mark. And if you find one that has a D over S, that is considered one of the most desirable and valuable nickels in this whole series. We're going to go into much more detail with pictures, with coins and all of that, so that you guys can really get a flavor of these things and decide what you want to collect, okay? We wanted to cover this today though and get this to you so you have a starting point and a flavor of what this is going to be like. And as always, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Check below for links. So until next time, JB Coins signing off.